Cara Cruickshank. Welcome to Essential Stories, an independent grassroots docuseries and live roundtable discussions that give voice to people on the front lines of our world's most pressing social issues.
I got something happening in Sacramento on July the 1st. And what I did was measure the circumference of the capital, the state capitol. And, and I'm very conscious of the fact that, when you get my age, you don't want to get COVID-19. Oh, yeah. So I'm asking the first 575 people to hold up names. And I want them to stand 6 feet apart, not give them a damn ass. But at least start naming more than 5, 6, or 7 people that they didn't kill when they've been killing on a regular basis. Parts of, if you was to come in and ask everybody that's in my camp, and I got 27 chapters of all of us in Nunn, and if you would actually ask any member who they are, they would say that they're a co-founder. Because I think history teaches that when we produce leaders, they kill them.
Yeah, exactly.
So like in all of us in Nunn, everybody that joins all of us in Nunn, from coming in, we tell them, you're a co-founder.
Yeah.
And you need to fight like this is your organization and that you're a co-founder. Yeah. Because we can't have them picking off who they think that we are. In this moment, for me, becomes special because when I got out of prison, I seen a whole community demoralized. So I can say that I really appreciate white folks joining in, but that's not my greatest appreciation. My greatest appreciation when I actually feel like Black people think that they can actually win. That right there is invaluable to me because I know that some parts of my blessing and my richness, when I got out of the prison after serving a life sentence, I thought I was capable of accomplishing much more than the people who hadn't been to prison. And I thought that was a real oddity, that I thought that I could do better and that I can go further and that I can change everything. And they didn't think that they could change very much. So when I start thinking about buying buildings and I start thinking about building institutions and I start thinking about that stuff, and my homies was only thinking about getting high, I started wondering, what type of investment did we leave and what did it mean that they killed off the Black Panthers? What did they mean when they killed off SNCC? What did it mean when they killed off? Because some of the people that was in prison with me probably was real, authentic leaders. Mm-hmm. And what they did was remove them out the population and people forgot to object hard enough. Yeah. So some of those Panthers that went missing, you could still see the remnants of them still in prison 40 and 50 years later. So Nelson Mandela wasn't the only one who was held like that. We holding them here too. And not only are we holding them here, we holding them here and often we don't even know their names.
Yeah.
So our call to action was join me on July the 1st in Sacramento. Mm-hmm. Our call to action for all those people who didn't think that our leadership mattered when they was decimating our community. It mattered because when they took it off the streets, we went to sleep for a couple decades.
Dorsey, for those who do want to volunteer, how do they find you and how do they show up?
They can get me at Dorsey at prisonerswithchildren.org. And how do they show up? If they show up, they just need to show up because before it's all over, I'm gonna have a mobile billboard. I'm probably gonna pay for water, lunches, and masks. Because at a certain point, when the pandemic hit, what we recognize is that we need to share whatever non-restricted funds we had because they start pushing people out of prison, right? They didn't care they was coming out of prisons that was infected by COVID-19.
Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that more people can hear these essential stories.